The Body Worlds exhibit includes more than 200 human specimens donated by people who wanted to educate future generations. The exhibit will be on at the Ontario Science Centre until the end of February. Reporting for Eye on Sheridan, I'm Evan Johnston. Pennsylvania High School was sued just last month for accessing a student's webcam using laptop activation software. This has raised concerns from the Sheridan faculty about privacy. Thanks, guys. I'm here at the Marlies practice where many young players are trying to make the big club. But what happens when they can't live that dream? In support of the 3 million people affected by the earthquake in Haiti, Canadian networks CBC, CTV, and Global have joined forces to deliver a 1-hour special event. Canada for Haiti will happen tomorrow evening at 7, and it's the talk of Toronto. All funds raised will go to a coalition of non-governmental organizations, including the Canadian Red Cross Society, Free the Children, and World Vision Canada. Dave Toyson is president and CEO of World Vision Canada and will lead the coalition of charities.
I think the fact that the three networks have come together is really commendable and unusual.
Canada for Haiti will be a commercial-free event and will feature live performances from the Tragically Hip and Canaan. The event will be hosted by ETalk's Ben Mulrooney, ET Canada's Cheryl Hickey, and CBC's George Strombolopoulos. The three recognize the positive response Canada has already shown and encourage it to continue tomorrow evening.
Canadians have already been participating in an unprecedented way. This is just our way. Everybody's got to do what they can with what they've got. This is what we've got. We've got access to the airwaves. Everybody comes together and says, all right, Canada, here it is. Here's your roadmap to help Haiti.
Want to show your support? Log on to CanadaForHaiti.com, call 1-877-51-HAITI, or text AID to 45678. Reporting for Newslink at 4, I'm Evan Johnston. Playing professional hockey is the dream of thousands of young athletes. However, the NHL is only a realistic target for a small percentage. While it doesn't discourage the fringe prospects, they know that a plan B is needed. The Ontario Hockey League realizes the significance of an education and supports its players with high academic expectations.
They expect you to be in class every day, and it depends. Some kids have different priorities, like they say, but they're real strict, and it goes along with curfew. Right from curfew to skiing, they're pretty uptight about it.
It's something that we do, as you mentioned, take very, very seriously. And we have an abundance amount of support. In fact, probably more support than if a player was just at their regular home high school or post-secondary institution.
Each step closer to a career in the NHL is monumental for players. Every step is an accomplishment. Each year, the NHL drafts only approximately 8% from Canadian Major Junior Hockey and about 5% from U.S. college hockey. The majority of these players are then placed on an affiliate team roster where they must prove themselves again once more and fight for their spot on an NHL roster. Alex Barry was drafted in the later rounds by the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2005. A graduate of the University of Massachusetts, he knows he'll be prepared if playing hockey doesn't turn into a full-time career.
Definitely that's huge. You leave after 4 years, hopefully if you stay that long, that you get a degree to fall back on, Hockey's a tough way to make a living, and a lot of guys, their careers aren't as long as they'd like to be, so they end up having to go back to school at 24, 25 years old and struggling to get their degree, whereas the NCAA players, if it doesn't work out for them, they always have that degree to fall back on.
Well, whether it's the CHL or the NCAA, these players know the importance of having an academic background because only a select few make the big team. Back to you guys in the studio. To commemorate the first gold medal won by a Canadian on home soil, Canada Post released their special edition gold medal stamps, and they did it in record time.
We had the stamps ready and waiting to go. The Olympic gold was won on Sunday night, and we had the stamp out in Vancouver for sale on Monday. It was in the rest of the country on Tuesday.
Former Canadian Olympians made the trip to Canada Post to get their copies of the stamp while they could.
It's out pretty quick right after the gold medal was presented. I just think it's awesome how all of Canada is getting behind the athletes right now, and I hope that it continues because there's so many, great athletes competing, and they all really need and deserve all of Canada's support.
More than 6 million Canadian viewers were watching in anticipation as Alex Bilodeau earned Canada's first gold medal on home soil.
I think everybody was just waiting to see who that first person would be.
And obviously, as a Canadian, you're filled with pride. I mean, how could you not be somehow? Maybe we're not a country that kind of boasts of our accomplishments, but clearly inside we're all feeling the same thing.
Now that the milestone has been reached, Canadians are hungry for many more golds. Though expectations were high, Canada has been waiting for a gold medal on home soil for 34 years. Canada Post expects the stamps to be sold out before the end of the Olympics. Evan Johnston, Newslink at 4, Toronto.